Okay, we're recording.
Okay, guys, so this is going to be super short because I don't know how long my daughter's going to last because she's sick. But I wanted to go over, and I know a few people on here wanted to go over quarter one. And basically, so if you think about the year, you can divide it into 4 quarters: quarter one, quarter two, quarter three, quarter four. Most people call it seasons. I like to go by quarters because taxes, tax reasons, that stuff. But it's so important to know that how you end the year is how you're going to begin next year. So the habits that you have right now and the habits that you're forming, I mean, you still have almost 2.5 weeks of this year left, 3 weeks. That's enough to form the habits that you want for next year. So going in to quarter one and going into January, I think it's really, really important to sit down and to have a vision and to know exactly what you want to do with the year. Because that's having a vision and having goals is going to set you up so you can break those goals down to monthly goals and then to weekly goals and daily goals. And that's how you're going to hit them. So something that has changed my life, like literally changed everything, and I'm actually going to have Chelsea, she has a really cool story about this to tell here in a minute, but is to have a vision board. And I'm not saying like make a board and just throw some pictures on it of something that sounds good or something totally crazy or something that you think other people would want to see you put down or you do. Like, I want you to sit down, and I don't know if you meditate, I meditate, but sit down for a few minutes in the quiet and truly get like a clear vision and think of truly what do you want for 2019. It doesn't have to be a rank. I don't even have a rank on my 2019 board. Like in my head, do I want 200K? Yes, but the things that I have written down, that's going to lead up to that happening. So I really want you to sit down and think. So I wanted to share some questions with you that I asked myself when I was coming up with this vision board this past week. And I'm going to post these in Team Grit as well. But it says, basically, what goals are you working towards in your life? When you imagine reaching those goals, what does your life look like? So when you imagine, say that your goal's 40K. If you imagine that you're a 40K, what does a 40K do every day? What does that look like to you? What will the finances that come from that make your life look like every day? Will you be able to breathe and have your bills on auto pay? Like something like that. Will you be able to fill up your gas tank and not just put $10 in? Like I truly want you to sit down and close your eyes and visualize what this can do for you. The next question is, what images, words, and phrases represent your life when you've achieved your goals? What will it take to reach your goal? And how will the process of reaching your goal change you as a person mentally? And I'm going to put that in Team Grit, but I really want you to sit down and just think of what that will do. For me, I like to have words and pictures. Now, my printers, my computer, my printer, everything likes to go up in smoke. So I am going to be printing off pictures because I like to be able to look at things, but every single day. So this sits on my bed. It's a whiteboard. I think I paid $9 for it at Walmart. And this sits on my side of the bed. I have pictures of my kids. Rosie. She thinks I knocked on the door. A Jesus picture. And then this picture. So I just kind of want to share with you guys what's on my vision board so you guys can kind of get an idea of what I have planned. Hold on. Get in bed, please. Get in bed. You cannot bring the dog to your room. Please go get in bed. Okay, go get in bed. Thank you. Okay, sorry. So for me, I wrote down, I want to be making by myself consistently like $3,000 or higher every single month. I need a third row. I personally, I have the car bonus, but I've not taken advantage of it. And so instead of using the car bonus that they give us, I'm going to use the payout. And I want to get a Chevy Traverse because that's what I want after looking at cars. We have like an emergency fund and a savings, but I want my own separate 4-figure savings. I want to take my kids to Disney World. That is something that to me has always been something I want to do. And then some of it are things that don't have anything to do with money, but I want our team to be such a strong, supportive tribe that we can literally turn to anybody for anything, and that we just have that sense of community. I just want to be genuinely happy. So I'm genuine, happy, and healthy. This might be weird, but I have Crohn's, so I have a really hard time putting on weight. So I want to consistently stay over 100 pounds and be healthy without having to be on a million steroids and medication. I want to be confident in my choices and who I am, and I want to be a better leader. So it doesn't have to be a rank. It doesn't have to be money, but I want you to put it somewhere that you're going to look at it every single day. For me, I like to put it right, like I said, right on my side bed. So I get up every morning, my feet hit the floor, and that's the first thing I see. And that's just going to get me like motivated and going first thing every morning. So I want to take it over to Chelsea real quick because she sent me, I think she went back and looked today. I think she said she sent it to me in September, but a picture of a dream board that she had made. And her story is just like really cool with it. So I'm going to mute myself.
So I've never made a dream board before in my entire life. And it was like August, September, I decided I'm going to put several things on a piece of paper and post it in my room. I don't know if y'all can see, but like up next to those pictures, that's where it hangs. I see it every single morning when I get up. And I'll show you, it's literally, I went to Michael's, and it's a piece of scrapbook paper, like for a scrapbook, y'all. It's super easy to make. But on here, I put 5-figure savings. I have 200K on here. I have debt-free, buy a house, a trip to Disney, and the auto bonus. And you can see I have 5-figure savings marked off of here. Y'all, that I have to just go back in time for a minute. I've never in my life ever had a savings like this, ever. And the fact that it has happened now after I put it on this piece of paper, and I look at it every single morning when I wake up, I look at it every single night before I go to bed. And it's not about just putting it down on a piece of paper and looking at it. You have to actually believe that you're capable of doing these things. You have to actually believe that you're worthy of having these things. Y'all, I just went through a divorce. I've basically been a single mom for almost 2 years. And I got to check off 5-figure savings from a dream board that I had no idea that I would ever actually be able to achieve in the amount of time that I did. Now, I believed I could do it, absolutely. But in the time that I was able to do it is mind-blowing to me. So I want that to inspire you to create a dream board, write things on there, whether you don't have to, if anybody else is going to think it's stupid, it doesn't matter. If you believe it, if it's something you want in your life, if it's make $1 million, if it's buy a new car, if it's just be able to afford my gas every week, whatever it is, whatever your dreams are, write them down. They could be on a small piece of paper. But I know we preach this all the time. Instead of just thinking it, write it down, manifest it, put it into the universe, write it every single day if you want to. There's things that I will think of throughout the day, and I'll write it down so I can get it out. And I have written it down, and it's kind of like putting it into the universe. And I just, my story with checking this off, the day that I called Michaela, and I was like, I just checked something off my dream board. And never in a million years did I think it would be that thing first of all things. But that made me believe in a dream board, and that what you put on there is 100% achievable. So I hope that inspires you to really take this seriously and make one for yourself, and post it somewhere that you're going to see it every single day. Read every single thing that you have on it every day, and believe that you can achieve what you have written down. It doesn't matter if it takes you a month or 6 months or 3 years. If it's there and you believe that you can achieve it, it will happen. You just have to believe it.
And even go as far, like for me, I know a Chevy Traverse isn't something I'm going to get within the next month, but I'm going to go start test driving them, because like she said, you need to believe it. You need to feel it. You need to see it. And if you're not into manifestation, you're probably thinking, okay, y'all are like,
you're missing out if you're not into manifestation.
But Yeah, seriously. But like, because I remember I had a friend and she, her name's Em, and she was super into manifestation. And she kept trying to push it on me and push it on me. And I was like, girl, you sound like a voodoo weirdo. Like, stop. But finally I got into it. And you guys, it truly has changed everything for me. Like, everything. And if you're doing the money manifestation, babe, I'm not kidding when I say every time I do that, I've manifested over $1,000 in the most weird ways, whether it be a check in the mail, a refund. For 1 second, please. For those of you who are doing it now, for instance, I really suggest like looking into manifestation, and I can give you things to read. I know there's other people in here that can, but I'm doing the money manifestation, and I got a random PayPal return. So a while ago, I bought a product off a website, and it turned out to not be the best website, whatever. So I got my refund though after fighting with those people, like random few, like $50 some refund today, like just randomly. And I'm telling you, if you believe that these things will happen, it's going to happen. And that's what's so important, is like seeing it every single day. That's the same thing with affirmations. I know we talk about affirmations on our team, and telling yourself every day, like, I am a badass businesswoman. Sorry if anybody has kids by them. I didn't think about that. Yes, I'll tuck you in a minute. Please go lay down. I am a successful leader. She just, yeah, I know. She just been here. I am 200K. You know, whatever you need to tell yourself every single day, that's the same thing you're doing it. I did not hit 200K yet. Shh, you need to go sit down, please. Sorry, guys. This is mom life. But it's just seeing it every day. And not only is that going to, like, for me, it lights a little fire in me, but it also is like I'm putting it out there every single day. I'm putting it out there. But that's what I have on vision boards. Does anybody have anything they want to talk about or add, even if it's completely off subject or on subject?
I just want to say, Chelsea, I'm so proud of you. And I'm super emotional, and I have no idea why, but I'm just so proud of you.
That's no, it made me like tear up when she told me.
I'm literally like, just being with all of you, this whole entire team, it really is. It's just so inspiring. So,
why are you gonna make me cry?
I know, I'm sorry. I'm like so emotional. Everyone's gonna think this is so weird. But I'm just so proud of you. And that's all I want to say. Thank you. You guys, anyone can make anything happen.
I love you,
Chelsea. That's all I gotta say, because I'm a mess. So goodbye.
You gotta be quiet. Love you, Chelsea. She loves you too.
Love you, Kenny.
No, I think I personally, and 100% honest, I have never done a dream board, and I know you guys, some of you guys are not in the leadership group chat that we're in, but I know as well they're trying to plan to do a huge team one is too. So I think making like a personal, like with us, like, you know, our little team grit, like a personal dream board, whether like Chelsea said, saving that money up, because girl, you know me, saving is not in my vocabulary, but no, like little things like that. I think really connecting like personally with yourself and what you know you are struggling with or know you need to work on, and kind of putting that into perspective of changing, like Michaela said, going into the new year with, you know, a whole different mindset of what you did last year and what you could, or last year, 2018, and what you could do this year, 2019. What didn't you take seriously that you wish you should have, or stuff like that. And I know for me, I struggled with some serious personal problems since the end of summer, and I'm just now, you know, not allowing that to like affect me anymore. And I know that's one personal thing I'm putting on my dream board, to not let happen again, because the last couple months, it's really taken its toll, not only on just myself, like mentally and physically, but it's also really hit my business really hard, to the point where it's hard to come back from. So I just want you guys to also understand, yes, it is important, and it might sound stupid, but the other day, all day long, I didn't sell much. I mean, I haven't really been changing the chat colors much, but who cares? But I literally told myself all day long, I am 12K, I am 12K, I am 12K, because to be honest, I lost my 12K rank last month, and that's the first month since I earned it that I lost it, and it hurt. It really crushed me because I, for a few months, was really doing well. You know, I thought I was doing great going up, but I let something so personal come in between that, and I let it take over, and it's not fair for the people at the time that were with me, supporting me on the business side, and it's not fair for me to be dealing with now beating myself up because I let that happen. And I just know I will never let whatever happened, I'm not going to go into detail, happen to me ever again, because I'm worth more than what I let myself go through, is what I'm trying to say. Hopefully that makes sense, because I don't really know if that makes sense. But just remind yourself, when you think myself or Michaela or whoever it is that you look up to or whatever, if you think they're doing so great and their life is put together, it's not. And they're probably struggling just as much as, if not worse than you, but the same as you, if you are struggling. I hate to kind of be some fake person on social media, but sometimes you do just kind of have to put that persona of being happy. But also at the same time, when you're putting that persona of being happy, make sure your audience knows that you're happy because you finally realize that it's okay to go through things and then overcome that and be happy, because life is tough and we all struggle. We all go through crap. And I know maybe some of you are like, wow, this Thrive stuff is not working out. But you guys, it's Christmas. It is one of the toughest seasons, holidays, whatever you want to call it. I personally hate it. I hate it. But it's tough. You know, people are literally struggling right now to buy their kids gifts. And you just planting those seeds, keep, you know, whether you're messaging them, whether you're just liking and commenting and engaging with them, let them know that you're still there for them, because it's hard. And I promise you, when them W-2s drop, no, I'm just kidding. When it's the right time, they're going to remember that you were that one person that continued to help them get through the hurdles and talk to them when they felt like nobody was talking to them, whatever it is. And that's just something that I really think is important, and I try to do, even though I'm not doing so well with my business. I still try to connect with people. The other day I sent out 16 minis that I'm hoping will turn into 16 Thrive experiences, and I can't let, if it doesn't hurt me, I'm just going to send out 16 more. So I'm going to stop rambling, because I'll probably talk until all night long, but that's all I wanted to say. I think this dream board is really, really important, and I think with us being so close to each other, I think you should really try to keep it personal. Like, no, sorry. Really try to keep it personal, and yeah, just take it seriously is basically what I'm trying to say. But I'm going to mute myself because, yeah.
Does anybody have anything else before we head off? No? Okay, the other thing is, next week, I've been learning all about Instagram again, because it has changed drastically in the last few months. I mean, when I say drastically, I was going from 2,000 story views to like 100 and could not figure it out. So I want to do an Instagram training next week. I don't know anything about Facebook, so whoever's good at Facebook, you're going to do a Facebook training the following week. But let's do Instagram next week. So if you guys have any specific questions, please message me them, because if I don't know the answer, I will research to find out. So that's all I have for tonight, and I hope you guys have a good evening. Bye.